Thank you for tuning in to Mac Review Television, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Taiwan Outlook, the program that gives you the different aspects of the people, places, and lifestyles in Taiwan. I'm your host, Rui Guo. For those of you who are aware of the many non-governmental organizations available, probably a few of you have ever heard of ORBIS International, and even fewer of you have ever known the important role that it plays in preventing blindness and also saving eyesight around the world. And that's why on today's program, we're delighted to have Dr. Tsai,蔡瑞芳医师, who's the founder and current chairman of ORBIS Taiwan, to talk about the important programs that the organization has in terms of preventing blindness and saving eyesight in Taiwan. Dr. Tsai, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Dr. Wu. It's great to be here.
Okay. Well, like I said at the beginning, Dr. Tsai, for those of us, who are aware of the many non-governmental organizations available, probably not, many people have ever heard of ORBIS International, even though we know that it plays a very important role in terms of saving eyesight and prevent, blindness around the world. Can you give us then a brief background introduction of what is ORBIS International?
Okay. This is a good question because we know most of the people know the Flying Eye Hospital.
Yes.
Most of the people don't know what they are doing for the Blind Eye Hospital. This is ORBIS International, was founded in 1982 in New York.
All right.
The first visit is to Panama. And the purpose of or the goal of the ORBIS International is offer or providing the tour, training, education of the to the IDGs for the partner who are in the underdeveloping country.
All right.
And providing the education and good facility to the eye cares.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ORBIS International was founded back in 1982, so
Yes.
it's barely 20 years old.
Yes.
And how many different offices that you have around the globe, and how many staff or volunteers that you have?
Yes, we total have 15 offices in the whole world.
All right.
And they are divided two different kind of office. In the developed country, we have a so-called a fundraising office.
Okay.
And the developing country, we have a program office.
All right.
And those two offices is a different purpose. For example, the fundraising office, we responsible for the fundraising, and we design the program which will teach how to provide the instrument, how to provide the education for the program office.
Okay.
So the program office who responsible for the how to teach, design, and give them a very good qualified training for those doctors.
Okay.
Yeah.
We briefly mentioned that the purpose behind ORBIS International was to save eyesight and also prevent or avoid blindness around the world. Right. And what was the primary reason, besides what we just mentioned as this goal or purpose? What was the motivation behind the formation of this very important organization worldwide?
Yeah, this we have a history. We were talking about the founder of the Dr. Peyton.
Okay.
Dr. Peyton, he was a very famous ophthalmologist in the United States. And he, in the 1970s, he dreamed to provide a medical service to the underdeveloping country.
Okay.
But during the 1980s, a lot of doctors from all world, if they want to learn the modern ophthalmology, they have to go to the United States. But due to the medical license issue, most of doctors cannot just training by hand-on technique transfer.
Okay.
You only can provide observation.
All right.
So in order to train those kind of hand-on technique in the developing country, he thinking how to provide a good way to do this his dream. So finally, he think maybe the Flying Eye Hospital is the way to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You mentioned about the Flying Eye Hospital. This is something probably a lot more people have heard about. And what was the first mission for the Flying Eye Hospital, and when was it?
Yeah, in 1982.
Okay.
The first visit the mission is Panama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And up to now, this Flying Hospital visit Taiwan almost 5 times since 1999,
okay.
2003, 2005, okay. 2007, and the last year.
All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Flying Eye Hospital, by the name of it, that people would naturally think is when you fly and you actually perform surgery on the eye or try to save eyesight. Is that correct understanding?
Not actually.
Not actually, okay.
Because the purpose of the Flying Eye Hospital is to provide a good instrument, good technology, and a very good facility, and well-trained volunteer doctors.
Okay.
So the Flying Eye Hospital fly directly to the area, the underdeveloping country, okay. And all the faculty staff flying to the place and meet together.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
go ahead.
The Flying Hospital is equipped probably the most modernized instrument, okay. Providing the clinical evaluation and laser treatment. Also provide a very good facility for the surgery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how many planes do you have in terms of the Flying Eye Hospital?
Each year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Each year we plan a visit different country about 10.
10 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long do you stay in each country?
Depend.
It depends.
Yeah, because each country almost 1 month.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But each faculty volunteers, they donate about 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. For example, you mentioned that the Flying Eye Hospital came to Taiwan last year, 2010.
Yeah.
How long did it stay, and what was the response from the local ophthalmologist, community?
Because Taiwan is an office for fundraising. It's not a program office.
Okay.
So the Flying Hospital visit Taiwan only for promotion fundraising.
Okay.
So it elevates a lot of public awareness.
Okay.
And to visit a Flying Eye Hospital.
Okay. And over the years, since 1982, how many Taiwanese ophthalmologists or nurses or medical staff have been trained under this Flying Eye Hospital program?
If talking about volunteer doctor from Taiwan, we have a total 5 faculty.
Oh,
yeah,
5
because
okay.
Since 2001, the Taiwan ORBIS established. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So over the last 10 years, you already have 5 faculty members that are from Taiwan.
Right.
And how many nurses have you trained?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But that will be the next step.
Yeah, because our purpose is not train the nurse from Taiwan, because Taiwan is a very good medical care system.
Okay.
So hopefully we can hire a very good trained nurse to volunteer to the airplane.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Taiwan is probably categorized as one of the developed countries, in the ORBIS International Organization. And given the fact that we have very good, ophthalmologists and very good technicians, and also very well-trained nurses, in addition to fundraising, what do you think that Taiwan can do in terms of preventing, blindness, and then improving eyesight, saving eyesight in Taiwan, in cooperation with ORBIS International?
Yeah, because in Taiwan we have a very good nationwide health insurance.
Yes.
And we have a very good ophthalmologist training and very outstanding ophthalmology doctors. So that's why I like to fund the ORBIS Taiwan, because we have a good economic, we have a good manpower resources. So by using these two powers, we can support the international ORBIS to go to the underdeveloping country to do what we try to do.
Okay. Yeah. And Dr. Tsai, when the plane, the flying eye doctor comes into Taiwan, a hospital comes into Taiwan, and do you travel? I mean, does the medical staff on the flying eye hospital travel to other parts of Taiwan, not just Taipei?
We visit Taiwan, Taipei, or Kaohsiung.
Kaohsiung only, primarily.
Yeah, because due to the at the time
limitation of time
and airport.
Oh, okay, all right. So you only fly to where there's airport facilities available and things. But in case that in the future the flying eye hospital comes to Taiwan again, as the chairman of ORBIS Taiwan, would you think it's possible maybe have the plane stay a little longer, and maybe have the staff that are traveling with the flying eye hospital going to some of the more remote areas of Taiwan, for example, Hualien, Taidong, or Nantou?
Yeah. This is another program.
Okay.
Yeah, we conduct such kind of a program, not account on the airplane.
Oh,
so we also have a so-called hospital-based program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that not totally independent to the flying eye hospital.
Okay.
Right.
We're going to ask you to hold that thought on, on that issue, because we need to take a first break on our program, and when we'll come back, we will continue this interesting conversation with Dr. Ray Tsai, who is currently the chairman of ORBIS Taiwan, to talk about the kinds of programs and functions that ORBIS Taiwan plays in terms of preventing blindness and also saving eyesight in Taiwan. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the second segment of today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Ray Guo, where we'll continue our conversation with Dr. Ray Tsai, who's currently the chairman of ORBIS Taiwan. And we're going to talk about the kinds of programs and functions that ORBIS Taiwan plays in terms of saving eyesight and preventing blindness in Taiwan. Dr. Tsai, we were talking about the founding and the organization of ORBIS International back in 1982. When did you first get involved in this very important organization, and how did you, later on, become the founder of ORBIS Taiwan?
Okay, this is a chance.
Oh, okay.
Because as we know, the founder of our international ORBIS is created by Dr. David Payton. And the ORBIS International founded in 1982, but 1984, David Payton and his mother visited Taiwan.
Okay.
So I'm a chance, and I'm lucky to, because at the time I'm a chief resident in my ophthalmology, so I have the duty to host Dr. David Payton.
Okay.
So at the time we know each other.
Yes.
Yeah. But until 1997, the office Hong Kong established, and they looking for the doctors who can as a faculty volunteers. So they came to Taiwan and looking for me, asked I can join the ORBIS. So I say yes, it's my dream.
Okay.
Yeah. So in 1999, I visited Xinjiang. That is the first my trip to as a volunteer faculty.
Okay.
But this only this also a chance, because I'm very exciting, and during the time Taiwan economic is very good, and we have a very good ophthalmology trained doctors.
Okay.
So I give them my comment during a one-time conversation with one visitor from the office, international office, and I I recommend Taiwan maybe another office except Hong Kong, because we can provide very good resources.
Of course.
Yeah, so 1 year after is about 2,000 years, I got a telephone call. They decided to do Taiwan office. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how it came about.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Over the last 10 years since ORBIS Taiwan was set up in 2001, what were some of the programs that you have been conducting, and how was the reception from the people who have benefited from your programs that you offer here in Taiwan?
Yeah, because right now the international ORBIS have 3 regions.
Okay.
Asia region,
yes.
American region, and the Europe, Africa region.
All right.
And Taiwan belongs to Asia region. So most of our program, we are looking for the South Asia. So we provide enormous work in the last 10 years to support or to build a lot of, especially for a pediatric eye center training program in Vietnam, in also Indian or another a place like a mainland China.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So these are the programs that you offer in the last 10 years.
Right.
How about in the coming years? What will be some of the programs that you have been planning or are possible to be implemented by ORBIS Taiwan?
Yeah. Because we are thinking, because the goal of the ORBIS International is try to eliminate the blindness.
Okay.
But according to the WHO, the blindness or have the eye disease, the only blindness only 15%, but 85% of the people with eye disease can treatable.
Okay.
And in this 85%, we have more than half is children, which maybe suffer myopia, suffer amblyopia, or strabismus.
Okay.
Yeah, and those we can give them from when the kid is very young, and if we can treat them, and they can have a very good future.
Okay.
Yeah, so sight saving and transforming lives. Yeah, so we in the next 10 years we are planning to build about 100 a pediatric eye center in the underdeveloping country
around the world.
Yeah, up to that 2015 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Dr. Tsai, we understand a very important role that you play between ORBIS Taiwan and ORBIS International is act like a bridge. Not only because of your friendship with Dr. Patton, but also because of your expertise in this area and also your years of vast experiences. How would you think the coordination, not just between ORBIS Taiwan and ORBIS International, but with other offices around the globe? You said there are 15 of them. In terms of coordination of resources and also activities and programs, how would you think the state of the relation is among the different offices, for ORBIS International?
Yeah, because Taiwan is a fundraising office, and we try not only to provide the money. We try to encourage or educate our office staff can be trained to involve the international education program.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so by doing this idea, we can make cooperate with a Hong Kong office. We can make a cooperation with a mainland China office, and we can conduct and promote and join their program facilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And Dr. Tsai, you said that one of the major functions for ORBIS Taiwan is to raise funds.
Yeah.
And has the fundraising activities been fairly successful?
Actually, we are slow, progressive.
Okay.
Yeah, but we still need a lot of supporting because the awareness of the ORBIS Taiwan just limited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think one of the issues that you mentioned, Dr. Tsai, is very important in regards to functions of Orbis International is education. Education not only in terms of training medical staff who are willing to become part of the Orbis International family, but also in terms of educating the public, regarding ways to prevent eye disease, like you mentioned, and prevent, blindness. And has that been, something that Orbis Taiwan or Orbis International, plan to do in the future? Maybe help our people to understand, the ordinary citizens, understand the ways, for example, wash your hands and don't rub your eyes and things, to prevent that.
Yeah, those kind of education not only we provide in the underdeveloping country. Yeah, also we are we are trying to educate like in Taiwan people. So like a so-called Eyesight days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we use that day. We encourage. We use a lot of campaign to promote the idea, seminar, and education.
Awareness.
Yeah.
And what's the World Sight Day every year? Is that different, or is it a certain day every year?
It's a certain day. It's the second Thursday of the October.
Okay, second Thursday of October.
Right. So this year will be the October 13th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a big event in Taiwan to raise the awareness on the issue. And also one thing about, Orbis Taiwan that is very important is maybe there are many people who are watching our program today who have, eye disease, eye problems, or they have families or friends who have, trouble by eye disease. How can individuals or other organizations help and take part in the activities and programs that Orbis Taiwan has available?
Because in our present organization, most of the Taiwan fundraising, we have to cooperate with international Orbis.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the present situation, we only have some very small program to do the education for our Taiwan's people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in the future, maybe when the funding becomes more available, that you will expand the programs in Taiwan.
Right.
For example, Dr. Tsai, can the individual make a donation, maybe small amount, to Orbis Taiwan?
Yeah, this is the most important.
Okay.
Because we need every small amount donation and very regularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so anybody can contribute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even 1,000 amounts is good enough for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also for the medical trained staff, including ophthalmologists, how can they be a part of this Orbis Taiwan, family?
Yeah, because we have two different kind of volunteer.
Okay.
Most of the ophthalmology in Taiwan can as an ambassador of Orbis Taiwan. So they will link with Orbis Taiwan, and if any patient need help, we will transfer to those kind of doctors. Yeah, and the second one, if they have an interest in to go to outside country to do a 1 or 2 week service, and then we can provide them and promote them as faculty members.
That sounds very interesting, yes. And we're going to take another break on our program, and when we come back, we'll talk about, Dr. Tsai's own personal experiences serving on the Flying Eye Hospital. Specifically, if we may get a shot of the 2 pins that we have seen on Dr. Tsai's jacket. We're going to tell you the stories about those 2 pins when we come back. I'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back to this part of the program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Ray Guo, where we'll continue our conversation with Dr. Ray Tsai, Tsai Ruifang Yishi, who's going to be sharing his experience on the Flying Eye Hospital with us. Dr. Tsai, you are one of the few Taiwanese ophthalmologists who's ever been performed eye operation in the Flying Eye Hospital. Can you share with us that experience?
Yes. The first, as a faculty member, I service Xinjiang. Yeah.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, the hospital facility is wonderful. Very good facility. Every instrument is
state of the technology.
Right.
Yes.
But as you know, that what you want to do is education.
Yes.
So, like for example, if we want to do surgery on the airplane,
yes,
not only do surgery like you have do surgery in your country or hospital. So the first assistant is different because the first assistant you have to use their local doctor because he or she is one you want to train hand-on technique.
Okay.
Yeah. And the nurses or the team is totally different. The instrument is different.
Okay.
And not only for that, a lot of doctors who are sitting in the auditorium and your surgery is live surgery.
Okay.
So you have to listen what their question to come in. So under the situation, you have to do what you are the best.
Yes.
Yeah. So
of course.
The technique is not the issue.
No.
But the emotional.
Of course.
Is a big issue. So you have to do the regular, use the most to do. Yeah. You try don't to create something new.
Okay.
Yeah. This is very important.
Okay.
So under this kind of a situation, you have to educate, you have to answer the question, and you have to do the very good result for the patient.
Yes.
And another thing is after the surgery, because we only stay 1 week or 2 weeks.
Right.
For example, the cornea transplantation is a big surgery. And after that, the patient follow-up period should be long, more than 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah, so after you leave in, you have to think about the doctors in the country, how to treat or how to follow up, how to care those kind of patients.
Yes.
So you have to create a very simple way and a very efficient way to those kind of training doctors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dr. Tsai, in meeting you today, I'm particularly impressed by the 2 pins that you have on the lapel of your jacket. If we may ask the production crew, get a close-up of the 2 pins that Dr. Tsai has. And these pins represent something unique and very significant for people who have been part of the ORBIS International family. Can you tell us what that, what the 2 pins meant?
Yeah, this is the honor when you finish, finish one trip or one
operation.
Not operation, 1 week
course.
Volunteer.
Okay.
Yeah, and then at the end, they give you 1 pin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are one of how many of Taiwanese ophthalmologists have ever gotten this?
Yes, I have 4.
You have 4
yes,
yourself?
But we have total 5 faculty members from Taiwan. They either 1 or 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And given the fact that these pins that you carry represent something significant, and not only in terms of your contribution to ORBIS International, but in terms of educating the trained professionals and also helping people, in terms of preventing blindness and also the curing eye diseases. And what would you think that in the future, something or somebody of your stature can really further promote the ideas and the vision that ORBIS International will have in terms of eye care around the world?
Yeah, we will conduct not only the Flying Eye Hospital program.
Okay.
Because the Flying Eye Hospital program is our unique.
Yes.
But we will try to extend another program to the under developed area
Yes.
in the country.
All right.
For example, the traffic is not good, and the airplane cannot reach the place, and we will provide so-called hospital-based program.
Okay.
And at the area, we can provide the doctor training, provide a facility for the eye care centers for those living peoples. And also, we will provide a cyber site.
Okay. And so these are the programs that you have prepared for the next 5 to 10 years. And we also understand that, Dr. Tsai, your involvement with Orbis International started in mid-1980s. You have been traveling with the Orbis International family to many parts of the world, including some places that are in the underdeveloped world. And can you share with some of the more memorable experiences on these visits to the developing world where you see the conditions are not very supportive of people, protecting their eyesight and also preventing eye diseases?
Yes, because Orbis Friend Eye Hospital went to such kind of underdeveloping country areas. Those people very willing to get help or treatment.
Of course.
But Orbis Friend Eye Hospital can only provide a limited service because our goal is not only the patient service. Our goal is a major for the doctor training.
Yes.
So during the event, we only can select a limited patient to do surgery for education in the period about 1 month. So a lot of people will very try to get their help from us. Okay. So it's a very good, very set times to select who will be the one to be selected.
Okay.
So every time the first day we decide with the local doctor, it's a very hard time to make a decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were there any major challenges that you encountered when you were going with the Orbis International family or the Flying Eye Hospital? And then what were some of the things that you think that demand immediate attention to address and resolve?
Yeah. Because if you want to do surgery in the Friend Eye Hospital, it's no problem because our facility is very good.
Yes.
But in order to train in those countries' doctors, you have to go to their own hospital.
That's right.
So when we have another program, we have surgery in their own hospital. It's a very big challenge.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but after we doing surgery in their own hospital, we know which part we have to provide their facilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Dr. Tsai, you and I talked about World Sight Day, which happens on the second Thursday every year. This year happened to be October 13th. Of course, you plan some activities to promote eye care awareness in Taiwan on that particular day. How about some of the other activities that you maybe have planned year-round basis that you can take care of, and raise the awareness of the people in Taiwan about taking care of their eyes?
Yeah, every year we plan a big campaign. It's like a walkathon.
Oh, okay.
It's a night running or walking. Yeah, and in order to promote what we are doing in the donate area, like a mainland China or Vietnam, every year we in the summer vacation we will have a trip with donors.
Okay.
Yeah, and those donors can carry their kids together and to visit the area we have done for the very poor people, and their eye disease have been cared due to the donation of the donors.
Okay.
Yeah, and those activity I think is very
happens every year.
Yeah, and for the young kids, they know they are very lucky and they very to living in Taiwan areas.
All right. And you're talking about young kids, Dr. Tsai. Of course, we're living in a society today that is very different from 20, 30 years ago. Kids at young age get exposed to computers, to television, to a lot of things that their parents or grandparents never got used to until they were much older. Of course, this could be a source of problem for their eyesight. As a parent of a young child, my wife and I often talk about how to take care of our daughter's eyesight. What would be some of the recommendations that you can make?
For kids, the major problem in the developed countries is myopia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially Taiwan, Hong Kong, or Singapore.
Yes.
Yeah, the pressure from the parents to the kids is higher and higher, and they have to suffer more education.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you need to educate the parents as well as the kids. Yes. We're going to take the final break on our program today, and when we come back, we will continue this interesting conversation with Dr. Ray Tsai, who's the founder and also the current chairman of ORBIS Taiwan. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the final segment of today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Ray Guo, where we'll continue our conversation with Dr. Ray Tsai, Tsai Ruifang 医师, who's currently the chairman of ORBIS Taiwan, to talk about the very important activity that ORBIS Taiwan has been associated with. The activity I have in mind, Dr. Tsai, is so-called Vision 2020, which is proposed by WHO, World Health Organization. Can you give us first a background about what is Vision 2020 and what are the activities or events that ORBIS Taiwan has planned to be part of this Vision 2020?
Yeah, Vision 2020 is a global initiative.
Okay.
To avoid the treatable the eye disease.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will finish about 2020.
Of course.
And first launch about 1990, February 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
So in conduct with, I cooperate with Vision of Vision 2020. We International Office or Taiwan Office, we will conduct a lot of work, especially in the pediatric eye care.
All right.
Yeah, so the major purpose in last 10 years or the continue 10 years, we continue for the education, build a children eye hospital, and training the eye doctors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you have, planned and prepared for Vision 2020. Right. And how about some of the other, international, events or programs that ORBIS Taiwan has participated in or plans to be a part of in the future?
Because our office is incorporated with international office.
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of activity will follow by the WHO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so by the head office internationally.
Right.
Okay. And Dr. Tsai, it's very admirable that you, as a well-known and well-respected ophthalmologist in Taiwan, that you volunteer your time, to be part of this Flying Eye Hospital and also the ORBIS Taiwan, ORBIS International family. Then what is your experience working with such a very important NGO in the world? What would be some of the suggestions that you would make to other doctors out there or regular people out there who might be interested in taking part in an NGO activity?
Yeah, as an NGO, ORBIS Taiwan or ORBIS International is very unique because we have a very clear mission, we have a very clear goal. So it's we allowed a lot of people they can understand what we are doing. So we encourage all of the doctors interested in the eye care or the public people who are willing to donate to support these activities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you also mentioned earlier that out of the 15 offices that Orbis International has, they are divided into 3 categories: Asia, America, and also Europe and Africa. Orbis Taiwan, of course, is part of the Asia office. How would you then coordinate with other, offices in Asia, for example, in mainland China? How many offices do they have in China?
Mainland China now they have 2 offices.
Okay.
One is a program office. The other one is a fundraising office.
Okay.
And the fundraising office just initiated in Shanghai.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the program office is in Beijing.
Yes.
Okay, I would imagine. And there's also a Hong Kong office.
Yes.
How about other in Southeast Asia?
South Asia, India have a program office.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about in Northeast Asia, Japan, Korea?
No.
No, not yet. Yeah. But how do you then, as the chairman of Orbis Taiwan, coordinate with all these different offices in the same Asian region? For example, some of the offices may be fundraising, some of the offices may be program. Yeah. How do you then coordinate with them?
Hong Kong office is like in South area.
Okay.
Yeah, and they incorporate.
All right.
They make the plan, and the plan will send to Taiwan.
All right.
And Taiwan responsible for the plan to the area we want to responsibility.
Okay.
So we are try to not only provide a fundraising, the money, we also try to get involved the activity who will be get training, the area will be fund the hospital, everything we try to get involved.
Okay. Yeah. And Dr. Tsai, you have been involved with this Flying Eye Hospital and also Orbis International family for probably 15 years, back in the mid-1990s. And given the fact that you've had this, many years of experiences, working for such an important NGO, especially taking care of people's eyesight and preventing eye diseases, how would you then, based on your experience, then tell the rest of the world about the kinds of values that Taiwan stands for, about the development of our country, about the kind of passion and commitment that our people have demonstrated to not only in terms of public health care, but in many different areas as well?
Yeah, because always they provide a unique Fly Eye hospital. And if you working in the Fly Eye hospital, it's like a united union.
Okay.
A lot of different countries, doctors, they are working there, different country of nurses working there. So if Taiwan, we can provide a good resources, good doctor, and involve the place, which is like a nipple or a VLAN, and those doctors working, and the people in the country will give barely help. Then the Taiwan image will spread out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Dr. Tsai, you're somebody who's highly respected in Taiwan's medical community. And looking at the younger generation of medical professionals, do you think in Taiwan that there is also the sense among the younger professionals to make equally the kind of commitment that you did to Orbis International and Orbis Taiwan? Or is it that the younger generations today, because the environment is very different, they may be thinking of more for other pursuit of the purposes and not something as promoted by NGOs like Orbis International?
Yeah, because before the program, who can offer a doctor from Taiwan is limited.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have already planning. So, but now we try to open more opportunity from our younger generation. They have a chance to join the program.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And given the fact that we are truly honored to have you here on the program today, for the remainder few minutes that we have, can you then tell us, as a doctor, ophthalmologist, what are the simple tips that we can keep in mind in terms of helping ourselves and also helping our family and friends in prevention of eye disease, diseases, and also in terms of taking care of our eyesight?
Yes, because eye is the most important in our organs and the health, and eye disease and eye vision is a secondary of our life. Yeah, without vision, our life is limited.
Black and white.
Yeah. So how to care the vision, how to care the eye is very important. Yeah.
Okay. And what would be some of the things that you would recommend? For example, washing our hands more often, or
don't regularly use any eye drop except the eye drop for treatment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you would not recommend buying over-the-counter eye drops.
Right.
Okay. How about for many of us, like myself included, that we spend a lot of time in office in front of a computer screen. This is something that necessitates by the work. How can we take care of our eyesight?
Yeah. The most important is you have to know when is the time to take a rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What would be the recommendation?
Yeah, so every hours, probably every 40 minutes, you have to about 10 minutes to allow your eye to take a rest, to close or to see a far area.
Okay. Yeah. Or look at the trees or something green.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, regarding young children, I'm sure there are many parents and also young kids who like to watch TV, go on the computer, or like Dr. Tsai yourself, you have an iPad in front of you, so they spend a lot of times in front of a screen. What would be some of the things that they can do in addition to what you just mentioned? And also, is there a special diet that you could recommend? For example, have some medicine or vitamins like codfish oil. Would that help in terms of your vision?
In Taiwan, we have a very good economic situation, so that nutrition is not limited.
Okay.
So I will recommend the parents to take care of the kids to the eye doctors since at the age of 3, not the age of 6.
Okay.
Yeah, early examination can prevent a lot of amblyopia, myopia, or some of eye disease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tsai, for being on the special guest on our program today. Certainly, we have learned a lot from you about Orbis International and also Orbis Taiwan. I certainly want to give you my admiration for the wonderful work that you have done.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Okay. Yeah. I want to thank you for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on MicroView Television. Thank you.